Hey, this is Alan with GameLark Remixes, and I'm here with another Top Picks video. I took a brief hiatus at the end of the year just to catch up with things, personal life and the holidays and all that. So I'm back, don't worry, and Top Picks is going to continue. The top song of the month is actually a song that came out on January 1st, and it's by Alejandro, also known as AH Music. It was his Your Best Nightmare cover. And there's about a dozen reasons I chose this song as the top pick, but if you've seen the video, you'll understand why. If you haven't seen it, go watch the video, then come back and continue watching this. What to even start with? He has a beatboxing choir. He has a choir of dogs. He has bike sounds, bottle sounds, just a whole variety of sounds. He's an artist that I can see gaining a lot of popularity because not only does he have solid arrangements when it comes to, guitar arrangements and just wonderful mastering and mixing, he has really inventive uses of sound. For instance, in a previous video, he used a straw to make the Goron sounds from Legend of Zelda. And in this video, he was using, a dozen different parts of the bike. He was using dogs. He was using, beatboxing and a choir. It's just the sheer variety of sounds in his videos it's crazy. So I think that he's somebody that really is getting better as they continue to make covers, and I hope that he continues down this path of using inventive and clever sounds. The top artist of the month is actually someone that I interviewed a long time ago. It was my second interview, and it's Hyde209. And he's been making video game covers and remixes since before YouTube even started. So he's been doing I want to say, a decade or two. And I think that he has a very unique approach to video game music. He often focuses on retro games and games that aren't necessarily as well known. And I respect that, because I know that when you cover lesser known games, there's always the chance that your audience, especially if they're a younger audience, no offense to anybody out there, but if you're a younger audience, you might not have the same experiences. You might not have the same gaming experiences. So you might, you stand the risk of alienating that audience. And I am guilty of this sometimes too, where if I don't know the game, I don't always want to listen to the cover. However, I think with Hyde, I find it really interesting to listen to his covers, especially for games that I don't know, because it's a whole new way to get introduced to the games. In fact, there have been games that I've downloaded or bought because of the soundtrack. So it's kind of like a time capsule, if you will. And a lot of times in some of his more recent videos, he'll even explain some of the basics of the game when it came out, what he thought of the soundtrack. So it's almost like a history lesson with a cover, and I think that that's really unique. And I definitely think that he could use some more views and subscribers. So go check him out. He has a lot of albums on Bandcamp as well. And as many of you know, I like to promote the Pixel Mixer subreddit on this series, partly because I think that they're doing a great job at uniting the VG community and providing advice and tips for people that are making covers. And they do monthly contests. January was the Chrono Cross Chrono Trigger cover contest, and Nemix was the winner with Undersea Palace. I'll provide a link to that in the description. And for February, the cover contest is going to be Final Stage Last Dungeon. So you can look up the specifics for that in the description as well. And I also wanted to say that if you do make video game covers and you're not posting there, you really should, because I go there quite frequently to find new artists and sometimes ask for help. If any of you remember, I did a GameLark premieres last December, and I'm doing another one, and I went there to ask for some artists to help me with that. So if you'd like to be a part of some videos or possibly interviews or something like that, be sure to post there, and like I said, I check there quite frequently. And finally, there's some more news about MagFest. And again, this is always a tricky subject to talk about, but here we go. I have tickets to MagFest. I have a hotel reservation. And I'm looking to buy some equipment before I go. And I know that I've already talked about my donation link, so I won't say anything else about that. You can find it in the description. However, I'd like to give a little incentive for you all to donate within the next week, because I'm going to need to buy equipment soon. And basically, I'm going to be not needing to buy like a video camera, an HD video camcorder, nothing like the $1,500 ones, just a nice handheld camera, probably a tripod and some kind of audio equipment. And while I can afford these things on my own, and I already tried to budget some for it, any help would be appreciated, because then I can afford better quality video equipment, and I'll be using it to do future videos like this one, or any times that I'm talking with a camera, just a slight improvement in video quality. So for the next week, meaning from today until next Monday, if you donate any amount of money to GameLark Remixes, $1 or over, I think it's a dollar minimum on PayPal. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. I'll be entering you into a raffle, and the prizes are as follows, okay? For the first place prize, I will be giving away a free copy of Successor, the new album from the Materia Collective. Successor is a Final Fantasy VIII remix album, and if it's anything like Materia, it's going to be around 4 to 5 hours of music, over 100 artists or so, maybe 80 songs, something like that. And that will come out February 11th. So I'm going to be doing the drawing February 9th on Tuesday, and if you win, I'll be sending you an email and letting you know, don't buy the album, I'm going to buy it for you. The second place winner is going to have an early preview for the next GameLark Records album, which is going to be coming out sometime within the next month or so. And they'll also get a free copy of the album when it comes out, and then the third place winner will just get a free copy of the album when it comes out. The final thing that I wanted to say is I'm trying out Twitch just to see what it feels like, and I wanted to do something fun for my first Twitch stream, so I'm going to be having some musical guests, doing some live interviews where you guys can come on and ask questions to me, and we might pick some of those and ask them to the musical guests. And we're going to be doing probably some like Let's Play, multiplayer Let's Play, or online multiplayer games. Something. It'll be fun. And that's going to be this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be providing a link to Twitch in the description, and you can follow it there. It's just GameLark Remixes. And I guess that's basically it. I'm really, really pumped for MagFest. And as I said, don't feel obligated to donate anything to the channel. I do this stuff because I enjoy it, but I would like to buy some decent equipment so that I can, bring it with me, talk to some people on the spot, talk to some of your favorite artists, and maybe even some of you that are at MagFest. If you're at MagFest and you see me, don't hesitate to come up and say hi. I'd love to meet you all. In fact, I'm really looking forward to meeting some of the artists that I know are already going there. I think it's going to be a fun time. And from what I hear, it's just basically one big party. So, yeah, the 18th can't come quickly enough. And last but not least, we have the playlist for this month, January 2016. And it's around 70 songs. And just as a caveat, in the future, I may not have the playlist completely done by the time these videos go up. So you might see a few songs added over a week or two, just because it takes me some time to catch up, especially if it's a heavy month for VGM covers. So anyways, just be aware of that. Maybe check back a couple weeks after I put the video out if you want to make sure you got all the songs, all the top picks from a certain month. I think 2016 is going to be a great year. If you guys, like I said, if you ever have any suggestions or songs you want me to feature or artists that you think I should interview, be sure to let me know in the comments or send me a message on Twitter or Facebook. But please, for the love of God, do not send me a message on YouTube messaging. I don't want to rant about it too much, but it never shows up, so please don't. Anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.